Hello, everyone. This is Umair Qureshi from Pakistan ASCD, and today we are here to start a live show on education. And we have Tammy with us. Tammy, tell us about you and your work.
Sure. Hi, Umair. Hi, everyone who's joining us. I'm Tammy, and I'm currently living in Singapore where I teach and work a lot with ASCD in various aspects. So I'll talk a little bit about that and ASCD as an organization first, maybe. So I came to work with, first became a member of ASCD a few years ago. And I was teaching in New York City at the time, and I was looking for some other educators to reach out to, some other professional learning options. And I knew that ASD was a big publisher for books because we always had those books around. And so I became a member, and then I applied to become an emerging leader and was accepted into the class in 2014. So ASCD has this application process for people who want to take on different leadership roles within education. So that's one of the pieces of ASCD as an organization. And even though there's a lot of other branches, and so the ASCD International has all of these amazing professional learning opportunities for teachers. And just recently, they have slightly modified their mission and vision and have really moved it towards educating the whole child. And by doing that, they're matching all of their professional learning so that educators can be teaching their students in that way. So ASCD is really an organization where you can go to just them for all of your professional learning needs, which is really amazing. And that's how I met you. So
Yeah.
And that's what our show.
That's great. So it's always great to know and bring more people in the network of ASCD. We both are working with the ASCD. Tell us more about your ELASCD, and obviously the audience would love to know how ELASCD works and what does it stand for.
Sure. So ELASCD is a new affiliate. We just became official mid 2018, and it's actually a new model as well. So ELASCD is the Emerging Leaders Alumni Affiliate. So our group is comprised of just people who have kind of graduated from their 2-year Emerging Leader program, which is what our parent company or organization offers us. So I often refer to ASCD as like the mothership, and they take us for this 2-year journey on kind of whatever avenues we want to do in professional learning and leadership. And then after the 2 years, you go on your own and continue with what you want to do. But some of us were feeling like we wanted to kind of keep ourselves bound to our ELASCD family. So we decided at one of our conferences, we started talking a little bit about forming our own affiliate. And normally affiliates are geographically bound to a state, province, or country. So much like you are in Pakistan. So we wanted to kind of break out of that barrier because emerging leaders are all over the world. So we thought, we'll reach out to the amazing staff at ASD and write up our proposal for creating an affiliate. And it took a little bit of time, but we became an official affiliate last year. And we've got our executive board, we've got work groups. And so it's been a great place for us to kind of stay bound in the work together, and just stay connected to each other. We always go to each other for advice. And I mean, we always are posting on our Facebook walls and things like that out to each other.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you, Tammy. And we have wonderful educators in Pakistan, and we actually are looking forward to connect more educators internationally and across the globe. And obviously, our audience at the moment would like to know more about Pakistani SCD. We established Pakistani SCD back in 2015. Not exactly, it was an affiliate group. It was initially a connected community, and we started working in Pakistan on behalf of the team that we have, the board of directors, and I'm grateful to the wonderful people at ASCD headquarters and the wonderful emerging leaders who were always standing beside us, because it was really difficult in Pakistan to start working on such things. Now, for the information of the audience who are with us at the moment and who will be watching this show later, and I would like to tell more about Pakistani ASCD. So, as I said, initially we established a Islamabad ASCD connected community, and we launched a project countrywide, and that was on empowerment of the educators. We really are facing big challenges in education in Pakistan, and we really wanted our educators to learn more what is actually how the real education looks like, and what are the new methods and new instructional practices that can be inculcated in the classroom to make it more informative, more engaging and inclusive. So we launched a program. Its name was No Teacher Left Behind, and we actually worked across Pakistan and trained thousands of teachers. And I'm thankful to those guys who were with us and who used to move around and go to the extremely remote areas. So later we established Pakistani University when we applied for affiliate group, and the guys, the governing body at ASCD was happy to help us out, and they granted us the affiliate group. And obviously, again, I say it was not possible for us to work without the support of the emerging leaders and the people who are with us in Pakistan. So let me explain further about emerging leaders for the audience who are with us and who will be listening to us later. Emerging Leader Program is a wonderful program that is offered by ASCD every year. So people do apply, educators do apply for the program, and they are nominated as well by anyone. They can be nominated by anyone. So they go through a rigorous process of selection, and the wonderful educators who got selected, who already got selected for Emerging Leader Program, and they are invited by ASCD to attend the Leader to Leader conference. And once they are there, they get the sessions. They have to they get a lot of opportunity to interact with the people around, and obviously it's all full of energy and ideas and everything. We both have experienced this thing, and every time when I'm a bit down, I just crave for some conference and the Leader to Leader program and everything. So this is how the things were going on in Pakistani SCD. And recently, not recently actually, now it's about an year, it's going to be an year, we launched an educational magazine. And for the audience, I must tell that Tammy is one of the editors of our magazine. It's the reformer. She is the writer as well, and her two articles, actually three articles, got published, I guess. Yeah, so three articles got published, and thanks to Tammy, who was always there to support us. And the magazine is a big achievement for Pakistani SCD, because we have reached, right now it's around 170 towns and cities across Pakistan, and it's going internationally as well via Barnes and Noble and Amazon.
Yeah.
So we're doing good. So now
Yeah.
coming to the program, and why we wanted to have this program, why we wanted to start a show on education. Tammy, I would like you to tell the audience about it.
Sure. So I think just listening to you talk about kind of like the development of the Pakistan affiliate has been great inspiration, I think, for many affiliates and emerging leaders, because you have done a lot in a short amount of time and have impacted so many educators in your home country. And so I thank you for that. And as well, thank you for the opportunity to write for The Reformer. It's been a really great experience, and I've gotten to read, like when I'm doing the editing process, I get to read a lot of those submissions that come in, and get to know people's thoughts and writing style. So that's been a great opportunity. And so I value when we kind of go back and forth together with these ideas that we have. And you're one of my go-to people where I'm like, I have this idea, so what do you think about this? Or so I'm glad that you came to me with this idea of Ed Talk, and because I think it's one of those pieces that, like, although there are many education-based videos to watch and episodes and things like that, I think what's going to be special about our show is that we've been through a similar program, but we're on similar paths, but in different places. And through the Emerging Leaders program, we've been able to bridge a lot of gaps with people. We've learned a lot from each other. And I think through this show, we're going to be able to share that with a lot more people. So as you mentioned, that some of the conferences that we go to, sometimes we get kind of in our little ASCD bubble. And you've been really great with taking it back and sharing it with a lot of people. But I think that Ed Talk is going to be a really great avenue for bringing it to more people. So whatever we've come away with in the conference, we can share it with people. And something that I'm excited about is that we're going to have so many guests of varying expertise areas that the range of expertise that's going to come through the show is going to be pretty huge and really valuable, because these are people who are ASCD authors, people who are faculty members, other emerging leaders, people who've been with ASCD for a long time and have done multiple projects. So it's going to be really exciting to get people on the show and have people interact with them. So that's part of the live experience too, is we're gonna, if you have questions for people, we can answer them for you or help answer them as best we can. We want to have that interactivity on the show and afterwards as well, because we're all on Twitter, and I guess we'll post our handles somewhere, and then people can interact that way as well. So this is just one example of a great idea that's coming to life through ASCD Emerging Leaders.
Right. So today's show was about introducing this program, that how we look forward to continue with this show. And we know, yes, as Tammy said, that we have a lot of shows going on across the globe, and we just want to, it's an attempt. It's an attempt to connect more wonderful educators with the educators who are living in different parts of the world and who want to learn more. We have a wonderful team across the world, and obviously, as you mentioned, Tammy, and they are fantastic researchers, fantastic writers, the best-selling authors. And I'm so excited to be with you on the show, and I hope the show will be wonderful, and it will connect more and more people from Pakistan, from Singapore, from US, from anywhere in the world, and the things will be bringing good changes. So let's come out of these isolations and work together for the betterment of the children everywhere in the world, in any country. Because if the educators are connected, if they are sharing, if they are collaborating, nothing else can we do for the betterment of the countries and the communities and the educators and the children anywhere in the world. So we have one last minute, Tammy. We will be going to come with the next show on 10th of March. Right.
Yes, 10th of March, similar time, but it all depends on who our guest is and where they live. So we've got to kind of play around with who's in what time zone. So we'll figure out something that works best. I do see that we have a couple of comments. Umair, are we able to read them, or are they questions just before we wrap up?
I need to see if there are some comments. I guess we have. And yeah, okay. There is Ali Mudassir. He is with us, and he says that how can we adapt Singapore model in Pakistan with less financial resources? So that is one question. We'll talk about that today. Actually, Ali Mudassir, I would like to answer you Today, we are not talking about Singapore education model. We are not talking about Pakistan's education model. We will be talking about everything holistically, how the things can come to your can start working better in your environment, and we will talk about a lot about education a lot. So stay with us, and Tammy, I would like to wrap up this show for today.
Thank you.
It's 4:16, and over to you.
All right. Thank you, everyone who joined us. If you've left comments and we have not responded, we'll look at them afterwards, I guess, in the archive and post responses, perhaps on the YouTube channel. Can you do that, Amir? I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
good.
your quote.
Yeah.
The quote about education.
Yeah, so we will just wrap it up for now, but we will definitely get to many, many topics in education. Any questions that you have, I'd be happy to try and answer what I can for you about education here. But again, it's a lot of conversation to be had, and this is our intro episode. So I'm glad that we do have some comments and questions already coming in, which means there's excitement about the show. So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. And thank you, Tammy, for your time. We will be coming again on 10th of March. Note down the date, and the timing will be flexible. We'll be announcing it. And I would love to have you all again with your comments, with your questions, when a great guest will be with us, because we firmly believe in Steven Anderson's quote that alone we are smart, but together we are brilliant. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good night, everybody, or good day.